everyone, or I should say anyone, because I'm not entirely sure who is going to end up seeing this. I haven't posted in a very long time. I'm going to get right to it. Please excuse my hands because that's the only thing that you can see. I've got, it's been very incredibly cold here this week, and my cuticles are really suffering, and I've been nipping at them. As you can very obviously tell, and yes, it's a little bit painful, so I apologize. This is a true unboxing. I actually haven't looked at this item yet. As you can see, I did pull the tab off just to pop the box open and see if this was the item I thought it was. Let's see if I can get the actual box out and not knock anything off the table. The receipt for the item, they just send it in a little envelope, so they don't send the ribbons or anything like that on it anymore, I believe. I've seen other unboxings as of last year that still had the ribbon on the packaging and the little tag in it, and then I've seen more recent ones that don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually open this up. Yes, and see, they do include the ribbons though. That's nice. Ribbon. There is an option when you order for gift packaging and adding your own message, so I'm assuming then they would just have it all ready for you. All right, so this is the item in its tiny little dust bag, and it is a key pouch or a pochette clé. It's definitely more of an entry-level priced item for them. It's still expensive for a small leather good. But it, if you've seen reviews or people talking about this online, because like I said, it is very popular, it is a really versatile item, and of course you can tell it's absolutely adorable. So you may have also seen other videos, unboxings, reviews. People have been having some concerns about the quality. I was prepared, having watched lots of videos lately, for this one to have a few quality issues, and there's some exposed stitching on the bottom, and that's been pretty consistent on pretty much every recent one that I've seen reviewed or unboxed. And so people think it has something to do with the new model, the way that they're making them. In terms of the positioning of the canvas, it's really nice and even on both sides. And I'm noticing mine has a pretty bad little bubble right there. So I wonder if just as it gets used and it softens up a little bit, if maybe that'll even out. But I was already prepared that unless there was something really wrong with this, like the canvas was completely uneven or the zipper didn't work, that I'm probably keeping this and sending and not returning it and trying again. I know some people have been returning theirs, sometimes repeatedly, trying to get a good quality piece. Of course, if you can go into boutique and have them show you a few different ones that they have in stock and pick one, that's always preferable. I only have a few pieces, a couple of bags, and then a couple of small leather goods, and I've always bought them in boutique, but I don't have a boutique anywhere close to me. I'm quite far away from a Louis Vuitton boutique, and no one's traveling right now. I've been using the 6 key holder, and I really like that as well. This one I think is a little bit more flexible than the 6 key holder, and my car key is very awkward, so I think that this one is going to work better for that, so I'm going to try switching this out for my 6 key holder, and then I'll probably order a third one in the ebene canvas, because I would like that dark color, but without the quite as obvious monogram for my work keys. I like them for the fact that they're canvas and not leather and very durable, and I can wipe them down with our very harsh antimicrobial wipes at work and not be very concerned. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a closer look at this. So like I said, I do have this bubble here. Overall, the shape looks fairly even. Some people feel like the canvas is a little bit less substantial. I don't agree, or at least not on this one. Like I said, my other one that I have to compare it to is 2 years old now, but this feels pretty comparable, so maybe it's just what I'm used to. And the zipper is fairly smooth. It's catching on that little bubble a little bit, but for the most part, oh, there, caught a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty smooth. There's my little materials tag. Wondering about where this one was going to be made. I saw my original order. As I mentioned, I ordered it once. There was an issue with the address and it had to be sent back. And then Louis Vuitton was great. The customer service rep got a hold of me right away to let me know what was happening. And then she actually expedited out the second one. And I saw that it came from a different state than my original one. So when I originally ordered it, it came from Texas, and as a lot of people might know, Louis Vuitton's most recent US factory that was opened was in Texas, and some people are speculating that more of the quality issues they're seeing are coming from the made in US pieces, and just because they're amping up production so much to try and keep up with the demand for these. This has been a really popular item for quite a while. And so they're just pumping them out a little bit quicker. And if it's a newer factory, they may not have the training and the experience at that location yet as some of the other workshops. That said, I have absolutely zero issues whatsoever with getting a made in the US piece at all, but a lot of people are hoping for made in France pieces where they can get them, and some speculate that they are seeing better quality there. With the US ones, I think the materials tag has to say made in the US of imported materials. So I'm feeling optimistic that this one might be a made in France piece. Again, not that I would return one just because it was made in the US. That is not the case at all. Close, but this one was indeed made in France, so that's really exciting. And you might be able to tell it just has that grained, I think it's called their Tega leather lining. That's how it's lined. The issue that people have had with the stitching, besides the fact that you can see some exposed stitching on the bottom, but I think that that's just consistent all the way across the board with the new model, is that if you open it up, the stitching now is so far apart, they're doing them so rapidly, that you can actually see light right through the bottom of the key pouch. And mine, so you may have seen videos where people sort of hold it open like this, and then they run their hand underneath and you can see where there's light shining through. And mine is not doing that. Mine looks, the seam in there looks really nice and tight. And that was the case on my Damier Azur that was made in France as well. Yeah, I'm very happy with the canvas alignment on this one. To be perfectly honest, I'm not really the type of person who's really over the top about that kind of stuff. I know some people are very picky, and they do expect their item to be perfect, which is fair. They are expensive, and supposedly you're paying for the craftsmanship as well as the quality of materials, so I don't think there's anything at all wrong with having high expectations. This is the hardware. So if you're familiar with how these work, there's a little tiny D-ring on the inside. You can, of course, just use this as a pouch, and you can fit a variety of small items in there, or you can use the key ring, so you pull it up and then it pulls out. And I'm not going to review the item today, although I've already been pretty chatty about it, but I am going to just show you a couple of ways that I commonly use mine. But I typically use this, of course, as it's intended to carry keys. So I'll just show you how I've been using my previous one. So like I said, you pop the keyring open. These are my work keys. And then I also keep a USB stick handy when I'm at work. And then you snap that back on. You can tuck your keys inside there, and as you can see, you've still got lots of extra room. I usually also carry a lip balm around with me. Zip it up, and it's nice and compact. It feels really nice in your hand. It's very pleasant to handle, and it fits really well in your pocket. That's one of the things that I like the most about this compared to the 6 key holder, is it fits really nicely into the back pocket of my pants, or if I'm wearing a blazer or a cardigan with pockets, it's really easy to carry around. So that's my most common way of using it. I also sometimes will flip back and forth between keys and using this as a card holder. So I'm just going to show you, if you don't have anything on the key ring, you can actually fit quite a few cards in it. I just pulled out everything that I could find that didn't have any identifying information on it. So I've got 1, 2, 10, 11 cards. And as you can see, that fits in there really easily. It's still nice and flat. You could fit a few more. I want to say it's like up to 15 or something like that I've seen. I would never carry this many cards in one shot anymore. I have no reason to, and especially right now, trying to be extremely mindful of hand hygiene, I wouldn't want to be pulling those out and sorting through them. But I'll just show you if you do have keys to take with you. So one of the ways that this is really handy is if you just need to run out, like to the grocery store or anything like that, you don't want to take a bag with you and you don't want multiple items rolling around in your pockets or potentially getting lost. You can fit your keys on there, and then you could absolutely fit a few cards in as well. Of course, you can't fit the like 10 to 15 cards when you have keys on it, but you could take like your debit card and your license or something like that if you needed to, and then still fit your keys in there. I do find sometimes that they sit in kind of an awkward position, and if you just shake it a bit, it evens itself out. And then you would still have room for like a lip balm or anything like that. And the other way that I commonly use these, depending on the day, is as a little mini tech, I guess, carry-all. So I'll put my earbuds in there, in their little case. And then I'll take, again, my USB stick. My keys and my earbuds and my USB don't fit in here. But my earbuds and my USB stick will fit in here fairly easily. Just takes a little bit of arranging. There we go. And then, like I said, sometimes I have to kind of shake things around to get it to sit nicely. A really wonderful video from a channel. It's called Coco Meets Jagger. She's wonderful. She has a lovely voice. The video has some ASMR qualities to it, but she does 10 ways to use the Louis Vuitton key pouch. So I definitely recommend that video if you are interested. It's just such a wonderfully prepared video. So there's lots of different combinations of small items that you can keep in here. The whole point is that it's going to protect the interior of your bag from your keys, but also it's just very convenient, and I absolutely love this item. I do very strongly recommend it. If you also are okay with the model as they're producing it currently and some of the potential issues with it. If you've been wanting one of these, now is a good time to be stalking the website if you've already decided that you are in fact going to get one. They have been putting a lot more items online, and I hope that you guys actually found this helpful or interesting. Like I said, I know that there have been a million of these videos, but I hadn't seen a really recent one, so I was just interested to see kind of how the quality of this one right off the bat on first impressions was going to stack up. I'm happy to see that I don't have that gapping at the bottom with the actual like light showing through, so that's really nice. But I will say, yeah, it does look a little bit uneven, and I'm not entirely sure if that ever would have been allowed to go out the door before. But like I said, the demand for these items right now is really, really high, and I know that they're trying to get them out the door as quickly as they can. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It was really nice to sit down and talk with you again. If you were subscribed to my channel previously and just haven't seen a video from me for a long time, thanks so much for sticking around. If you're not subscribed and you just found this because you were searching this item, please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or entertaining, and subscribe if you would like to see more. And thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.